Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make banners and buttons for your Canvas site using Google Drawings. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my Google Chrome browser. So I'm going to choose the icon down here, open up Google Chrome, and then I want to head over to my Google Drive. For me, since it's something that I use so much, it pops up there as one of my most popular websites. I can click on it there, or I could also type in Drive and it will bring me there as well. If I click on that first one and then go to Drive. So it might be helpful to make a folder in your Drive titled Canvas to keep all your banners and your buttons in one place. So to do this, you would go over to New, select Folder, and I'm going to name this Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and go into that folder. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to make a banner. So I'm going to go over to New. I'm going to scroll down to More, and I'm going to choose Google Drawings. And this is where you can really be as creative as you want. So let's say that the first thing I want my students to see on my homepage is a banner that says, "Welcome to Mrs. Morgan's class." I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click on the Shape tool, and I'm going to choose a rectangle, because I think that looks the most like a banner. I'm going to drag it all the way across. I'm going to make it kind of skinny and wide, and that's going to be my banner. Now, I'm not a big fan of this color blue, so if I wanted to change that, I can click on the paint can and then choose it to whatever color I want. I'm going to go with a little bit brighter of a blue. It's hard to see right now, but there is a black border, a really thin one, going around my rectangle. If I don't like that, I can click on the shape, use the border tool. Right now it's clicked for black, and I can do transparent, and then it won't be there anymore. Now I want to make sure that I can put my message on my banner. So I'm going to click on the text box tool, and I'm going to drag it all the way across my banner. And my message is going to say, "Welcome to Mrs. Morgan's class." Perfect. I'm going to want to make this a bit bigger and bolder for my kids. So I'm going to highlight the whole sentence. I'm going to go up here to my font. I'm going to choose something a bit bolder, maybe this permanent marker one. And then I'm going to change the size, maybe 48. Okay. Maybe I'll do it like this. "Welcome to Mrs. Morgan's class." I want this all to be centered, so I'm going to highlight my words, and I'm going to go to the Align tool, and I'm just going to make sure that that is centered. Perfect. So now I have a banner. You can see there's kind of all this white space down here. I don't want that to show up when I save my image. So down at the bottom, I can take this and drag this all the way up, so the only thing that will be there is my banner. Awesome. I'm going to want to rename this so I know what it is. Welcome Banner. And now it's going to sit in my Canvas folder. Right there. I also want to make some buttons for my homepage for different resources that I know my students will need. Maybe I want to make one for a weekly schedule or one for parent resources. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one. I'm going to hit File, New, Drawing. It's going to pop up in a new tab. So maybe I want to make a button that says weekly schedule that I will later link to a schedule for my kids. Maybe for this one, I want it to be a circle. So I'm going to go up to my shapes. I'm going to choose circle. And I'm going to drag it as big as I want. That looks good. I'm going to change the color. I can have it match if I want, or maybe I want something different. Maybe I want this one to be pink. I'll choose that. And I'm going to go ahead and make no border for that one. I'm going same thing. I want to make sure that my words are on there so the kids know what it is. I'm going to choose my text box, drag it across, weekly schedule. I'm going to go ahead and highlight my words, and I'm going to make sure that the font is the same just to have some consistency. I'm going to change that, make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. And then I can kind of move it around wherever I want, where it fits. Now, I also like to use visuals for my students to show what the buttons are. It's just really helpful for them. My favorite visuals to use are called Flaticons, and I like them just because they're really simple and clear. So I'm going to type it in, so Flaticon, and it's going to bring you to a website where you can search for free images. So since this button is going to be for a weekly schedule, maybe I'm going to search for a calendar icon. So a whole bunch are going to pop up, and you can choose whichever one you think is best. The ones with the little crown are the ones that you would have to pay for, but all the ones without it are free. So I'm going to choose a free one, maybe this one right here. I'm going to click on it. It's going to give you two options. You can download it as a PNG or an SVG, and they show you those over here. I always choose PNG, so if you click that, it'll say free download, and then you can see at the bottom of my browser my image downloaded there. So what I would do now is go back to my drawing. I can simply click on this and drag it up onto my Google Drawing. I'm going to resize it so that it will fit. Then I'm going to put it there. Maybe I'm going to want to make weekly schedule a little bit smaller. And center it. So then I can move this down and then move my icon as well. So there's a button, same thing with the last one. I don't want all this white space around. So I'm going to drag this. That looks good. So then there is my button. If I wanted to make a bunch of buttons that are the same size, maybe I wanted to do one for a weekly schedule and one for Zoom rules and one for extra resources, I could go to File. Oh, I should name this first. So I'm going to go up here, weekly schedule button. I could do File, make a copy. Let's see, maybe the next one I'm going to do is for Zoom. I'm going to change my folder so that it's going to save in my, click here. I want it to save in my Canvas folder. If you just save it to your drive, you can always move it in later. Press OK. And it'll make a copy so that the size of the buttons will be the same. So I don't have to worry about, oh, how big did I make that circle? It's already right there. So for this one, let's say I want to change the color. Maybe for Zoom, I'm going to do green. I'm going to change my words to put Zoom. I'm going to change my icon as well. So I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to go back to Flaticon. I'm going to go up to the search bar and maybe I'll do video chat. Let's see what that brings up. So there's a bunch. Maybe I like this one because it shows someone talking on the computer. So I'm going to click that. Again, I'm going to choose PNG for my download, free download. And it's going to pop up down there. I'm going to go back up here to my Zoom button, drag that in there, and then resize it to make it fit. So you can make as many buttons and banners as you want. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to insert these banners and buttons onto your Canvas page. So stay tuned for that.